At least 20 people have been killed in a suicide bomb attack on a crowded fruit market in southwestern Pakistan. Police said that the blast in Quetta, the capital of Balochistan province, had been aimed at members of the minority Hazara community. To find out more, just before I came on air, I spoke to Quetta-based freelance journalist Adnan Aamir.
So what I saw was that there was destruction of all sorts. There was a vehicle and there was blood and there were like vegetable sacks that were spread all over. So it was not a good scene, and we just moved away, like after having just a look. And then there were like the emergency people, rescue people trying to rushing away, carrying people, and then there were police. So we were behind them, getting more information.
The Hazara community go shopping there with a police escort, don't they? Why are they so endangered?
Yeah, so Hazara community in Quetta have been under attack, under targeted attack for the last 15 years. So Hazara community lives in like two ghettos. One of them is in the east of the city, one of them is in the west of the city. So the western ghetto called Hazara town, it is like near to this vegetable market from where the target happened. But still, they need to be travel with an escort, not only a police escort, but escort of the paramilitary forces. So it's a convoy of like around a dozen vehicles from the Hazara community, and then there are paramilitary escorts in front of the convoy and at the end of the convoy. So the Hazara community was targeted at the same place a couple of years back, but at that time there was a gun attack and three Hazara vegetable vendors died, and before that there was also another targeted blast on them. So that's why security is provided to them.
What is it that makes them a target? What are those who are attacking them objecting to?
The attacks on the Hazara community are purely on the basis of sectarian grounds. So Hazara community belong to the Shia sect of the Islam, and those who are targeting them, the sectarian militants, those are the Sunni militants, and they are against them, and they just consider them to be infidels, and that's why they think that it's their religious motivation to attack them and to kill them. But there is also another element to it, that these sectarian elements, they just get their support from Afghanistan, so it's just an element of cross-border infiltration in Pakistan as well.
And it was not only Hazaras who were killed today.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So according to my latest information, 20 people have been killed and 48 people have been injured so far, and around 10 of them are Hazaras. But what we need to focus on the targets were the Hazara people. So the rest of it is what we can call collateral damage, because at the vegetable market there were Hazaras, but as well as other people. So this was a suicide attack, and it not only killed Hazaras but also other people, which are Baloch and Pashtun.
And how can the authorities there protect the Hazara people? Quetta is a remote region, but there are lots and lots of soldiers there.
That's true. There are lots and lots of soldiers, and the government and security forces are doing their best to protect them. Like all the Hazara neighborhoods, they are secured. Whenever a person enters, he is thoroughly checked, and so their places of their like neighborhoods, they have been secured. But when they travel, so it becomes very difficult to give the protection, especially when the attackers employ the target of suicide bombing. So that is virtually impossible. They can only get protection if the government is able to control the suicide bombing in the Quetta, which is like really hard to do.
We've been reporting on talks between the Taliban and the Americans involving some from the Afghan government. It sounds like the situation on the border there is going to be very destabilizing.
That's true, especially in the last few months when Afghan peace process has kicked off. The cross-border infiltration from Afghanistan into Balochistan has increased. There have been attacks claimed by the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan in Pashtun belt of Balochistan in districts such as Loralai, Qila Saifullah Pashin, and now Quetta. So all of these can be linked back to the militants in Afghanistan. And as the Afghan peace process as it is progressing, so the intensity of this cross-border infiltration is also increasing, and I think that will also have an impact on the outcome of the peace process.
That's journalist Adnan Aamir in the city of Quetta in Balochistan.